Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel, and also welcome to day 25 of Vlogmas. I am filming this on December 24th, so if it's already Christmas where you are, or if you've already had it, Merry Christmas. I hope you guys have had an incredible holiday season. For today's video, we are going to be having your holiday fear foods. I asked you guys over on Instagram to let me know what your fear foods were, and you guys delivered, so today we are going to challenge them, and I'm so excited. I did have a little bit of a sleep in because I'm on vacation, so we're gonna make a brunch slash breakfast, okay? And for breakfast, we are gonna be challenging waffles. All right, besties, so as I mentioned, we are going to be making some waffles for breakfast. I have a beautiful red bowl. We've gotta do something festive. And many people said that they struggle with eating breakfast during Christmas because they have family members who don't, or family members who skip it. So we're also challenging that specific rule here. You are allowed to have breakfast. Always. So I just Googled the best waffle recipe and I clicked on the first one. So let's make it together. So first things first, we're gonna add in 2 cups of flour. Look at this big bag, Costco. So this is just plain old white flour. It is not whole wheat flour. It is not almond flour. It is not keto flour, a protein flour. It's just standard white flour. Nothing wrong with it. Okay? Okay. If you are struggling with having breakfast or any of your holiday foods, then just come back to this video and we can eat together. Now we're gonna add in a teaspoon of salt. My holiday baking this year has not gone according to plan. My gingerbread house was not very elegant. My shortbread cookies they didn't come out according to plan. So I'm hoping that this comes out. 4 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of white sugar. Again, we're not substituting it for anything. We're just using the real thing. We're gonna give this a little mix. Then we're going to add in 1.5 cups of milk. We're also going to add in 1/3 cup of butter. I always get asked to challenge butter, so let's put this in the microwave. I just broke a glass, but I cleaned it up and we're back. So we're gonna add our melted butter into our waffle mix over here. Also, do you prefer waffles or pancakes? Let me know. Then we're gonna add in our vanilla, as well as 2 eggs. And now we just mix. So we have our batter, and now it's time to whip up our waffles. And also, before we even get to the waffles, it is the 24th, which means that we get to open our very last advent calendar window thing together. Look, it's a little Christmas tree. So we're gonna challenge chocolate as well as chocolate before breakfast. So, food doesn't have to be scary. I promise you. The more you challenge it, the easier it gets. Oh my God. All done. We've got our waffle maker. To be honest, I don't use this that often because I'm more of a pancake girl myself, or a crepe girl to be even more specific. It's a little bit dusty, but we'll make it work. We're gonna be adding a bit more butter inside.
Take me down.
I'm sorry if you hear my dishwasher, but it is time for breakfast. Our waffles are officially done. One of our beautiful waffles. They turned out so cute and amazing. They're really hot though. And now it is time for toppings because you can't have a waffle without toppings. I got asked a lot to do peanut butter and also Nutella, so I'm gonna put some into these little jars, and then I'm just going to microwave them so that it gets all super melty and delicious. My Nutella's a little bit old, so I'm really hoping that the microwave kind of brings it back to life. I have some very ripe bananas, so we are going to chop this up too. And now it is time to assemble our waffle. First things first, we're gonna put some peanut butter and also some Nutella. And of course, some banana slices for you angels. Excuse me, but you cannot tell me that this does not look good. Over here, we are challenging waffles and butter and flour, bananas, Nutella, peanut butter, all of the glorious, wonderful things. I'm really excited. It's been a long time since I've made homemade waffles. Lately, we've just been having like the store-bought Eggos, which are also divine and delicious. But it is Christmas or Christmas Eve, and I thought we had to go all out and bring out our waffle maker. So look at that delicious bite. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm so proud of you. I really want you to reflect on all of the progress that you've made this year with recovery, no matter how small. Even just pursuing recovery in the first place is an amazing, amazing goal, an amazing step. I didn't even put that in my mouth. This is amazing. I'm gonna sit down with Andrew and eat this, and then I think I'm gonna go to the store, pick up a couple of things, and then we will challenge some more Fear Foods soon. All right, angels, it is later, and we did get a grocery delivery. Later today, I'm going to attempt to make my own turkey, so you guys will stick with me through that process. And then we got a couple more goodies for tonight, but my favorite thing about the holidays, and I mean food in general, are the appetizers. I am an appetizer queen. I prefer it over a main. I'll get a bunch of appetizers. It's just my favorite thing. And so for our next Fear Food, we are going to be making a little appetizer spread. So many people asked me to do pigs in a blanket, so we're definitely gonna do those. They're also one of my favorite holiday appetizers that we used to have all the time at my grandmother's, so I'm really excited to make them. How we make them is just with hot dogs and like Pillsbury crescent dough. So we are gonna be challenging that. I got a lot of messages just for, you know, snacks and things before dinner and everything like that, so this is what it is. But I also got a lot of requests for Chinese food, and tonight we're having more of a traditional Christmas with turkey and things like that. But I did see this at the grocery store. I know it's not traditional, so please don't come for me, but I figured that I would try to include Chinese food somehow in this video. So this is just a box of assorted appetizers, and it comes with mini egg rolls, spring rolls, and pot stickers. It sounds really good. So I'm gonna create a spread with this, some pigs in the blanket, and I think I might even do like a cheese plate, because cheese plate, Christmas, it goes so well. So let's get cooking and put some of these in the oven, because I'm hungry, and when we're hungry, we gotta eat. There's no other appropriate response. Let's go. And also, I'm gonna put on some pajamas soon, because even though this outfit is super cute, I need to be comfy, right? Christmas, we gotta be comfy. Jeans, they're only for the morning, right? Also, I made these shortbread cookies in one of my last videos. They didn't come out according to plan. They're kind of a little bit ugly and wonky, but we are allowed to snack while we cook, so. They might look ugly, but they taste pretty damn good. So for those of you who asked me to challenge Christmas cookies, here we go.
Something's wrong, and I don't know what it is or how it is said.
All right, these beautiful little appetizers and bad boys are going in the oven. I'm so freaking excited. It's going to be delicious. Also, in almost every single one of my Fear Food videos, I always get requested to do cheese. So we're gonna do it again. Repeat, 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 and I promise that it gets easier. So I'm gonna cut up some brie. I'm gonna put one of these boursin, as well as some of this sausage. I'm gonna cut it up, put it on a plate, and try to make it look a little bit cute. And then I'm gonna put on my pajamas, and we're gonna make a Christmas cocktail together. Well, my favorite cocktail, not really Christmassy. I've made it before on my channel, but it's my favorite one. And if you are new or if you haven't seen it, then I wanna show you. Ignore the lighting. I just put on my pajamas. I'm feeling super cozy, super comfy, and it's time to make some cocktails and challenge not only liquid calories, but alcohol as well. Drink responsibly, drink if you are of age, all of those usual disclaimers, but let me show you my favorite cocktail. So you need a glass with ice, gin. I'm not very picky with gin. I kind of like them all. I'm gonna put around 2 ounces of gin in here, but I put a little bit more than that. We might be a little bit boozed up while we make our turkey, but I guess that's just how it is sometimes. Some juice, which people also asked me to tackle, so we're gonna add that into our cocktail. I messed up. I typically add tonic water and then the orange juice, but today we're just gonna do it with the orange juice. You know what? Food doesn't have to be perfect. Things don't need to be perfect, so. Also gonna add some grenadine. It's gonna give it a nice festive color as well. Let's do a splash of that. So pretty. If nobody has told you today, I'm so proud of you. You are so beautiful and hardworking, and I wish I could hug you. This is literally just gorgeous. Gorgeous. Amazing. I'm gonna make Andrew one, but instead of gin, I'm gonna use tequila. Our cute little cocktails. They just came out and everything smells so good. I'm gonna plate it up and then I'm gonna show you the final product. Woo! Oh my goodness, my phone is so dirty. I really have to clean that. But this is everything set out. We have our charcuterie board or cheese plates, some pigs in the blanket, some of that Chinese food, our cocktails, ketchup, and also this little dipping sauce for those little pot stickers and things like that. But does it taste good? That is a question. Let's sample a couple of things, shall we? I already know this tastes good, but we're gonna do it again. It's amazing. Pigs in the blanket are my favorite, so let's dip it in some ketchup. Beautiful, beautiful. And give her a taste. It's a really, really hot, but also really, really good. Let's try one of these little, I don't know what they're called. Harley just farted. Let's try one of these little pot sticker things. It's not bad. And also, of course, some crackers with cheese. Cheers. I'm gonna eat this with Andrew, and soon we are gonna make a delicious, wonderful Christmas feast together. Hello you guys, as you can see, I'm clearly in a different outfit. It is currently the 25th of December. Yesterday, I was gonna finish the video, but not only did my camera die, but my turkey also remained frozen. So we're just continuing on the next day. And we are about to start some prep for dinner, so I'm really excited to show you everything. Harley is chewing his Christmas present, which is a cow shoulder. And this is an overview of some of the presents that I got, but I am gonna show you over on TikTok. Our turkey has finally defrosted, but before we actually start prepping Christmas dinner, I figured because it is the next day, we might as well just do another fear food than I had originally planned. So let's do a hot chocolate because it is festive, it is wonderful and chocolatey and delicious. And we're gonna use real milk because again, I know that that's something that a lot of you guys struggle with. And I think I wanna make it a peppermint hot chocolate with whipped cream. So let's do it.
In my head.
Okay, so because this is a peppermint hot chocolate, I'm gonna add some whipped cream, but I also wanna add some crushed candy cane on top. So let's do that.
Shattered. Walk through the door. What are you here for? Something's wrong.
So look at our delicious hot chocolate. Hold on, I've gotta show you at another angle as well because this is beautiful. Does she not look absolutely incredible? Oh my God. Now we taste it. That is just decadent and amazing. Let's drink this and get ourselves ready for Christmas dinner today. So my biggest request for this specific fear food video was a big Christmas dinner. So that is what we are going to do today. I'm so excited. I've never really done Christmas dinner completely by myself. It is just Andrew and I, but it doesn't matter because we can have leftovers, we can make soup with leftovers, we can figure something out. But right now, I'm gonna make my dad's traditional stuffing. I've never made it before. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do it correctly, but in his stuffing, there are potatoes, so I'm going to boil those right now. And then in this pan over here, I'm going to saute some sweet onions as well as some celery with a bunch of spices. And then we're also gonna add in some stale bread. I don't know how it's gonna go, but I'm really excited. I'm gonna show you guys the food as we go along, some prepping, and then I'm gonna show you it all plated, of course.
As I've always said on my channel, there is no room on your plates, whether this is your Christmas plate or just your plate in general, for shame or for guilt. Those are not ingredients in food, and food shouldn't have the power to tell us how we feel. I know sometimes the holidays can feel very lonely in general, but also especially when you're suffering from any kind of disordered eating. And I really hope that my page gives you some kind of safe place where you can turn to just to understand that you're not alone. And also remember, if anybody this holiday season commented on your body or on the food that's on your plate or what you were eating or what you aren't eating, just remember that it always has something to do with them. No happy person and no healthy person is ever going to tear down another individual or comment on what they look like. Whenever people do that, it's just a reflection of their own insecurities or of their own struggles. And I also want to remind you right now that you are capable of so much more than you think you are. And I know with the new year coming up, we're going to be seeing a lot of diet culture everywhere, and it can be very difficult to escape. But just because the other people around you are engaging in diet culture or dieting doesn't mean that you have to too. And I know that that's easier said than done, but it is definitely possible. I love you, and just know that you are safe and that recovery is so possible and also so worthwhile.
I get home too late, life is getting busy at day.
All right, angels, the turkey is in the oven, and I have these potatoes ready to be cooked up. I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes. I have some asparagus. I have some leftover stuffing that I'm gonna put into the oven later, and some wild carrots. I'm gonna put butter on all of this. It's gonna be wonderful and delicious. But to go with our dinner, we are also going to have bread because I was requested to do bread and also bread as a side multiple times. So we are gonna make some fresh homemade rolls together. We are gonna have such a delicious Christmas dinner. I'm so excited. Making homemade bread is not as complicated as many people think that it is. My bread machine is broken, so I'm going to be using my KitchenAid, but you don't even need any sort of appliance. You can just use, you know, your hands, but I'm doing a lot of cooking, so trying to take the easy road here. But I've got my KitchenAid, and now we're gonna go to the stove because we are making a delicious white fluffy bread, and so we're gonna put some milk and butter on the stove. So first things first, we're gonna put half a cup of milk into our saucepan or our pot, whatever you wanna call it. And then I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of sugar. I'm just using raw cane sugar. And then I'm also gonna add in around 3 tablespoons, maybe 4 tablespoons of butter, as well as around 2 teaspoons of salt. So I have my melted butter, milk, sugar, and salt in here. And now I'm just going to add in 2 or 3 teaspoons of yeast. And I'm just gonna let that sit there for around 5 minutes. Afterwards, your yeast should look something like this, and we're gonna add in 1.5 cups of warm water. And then the last thing that we're gonna add is around 5 cups of flour, and we're just gonna watch for the texture. I'm gonna show you what it should look like at the end. You want it to be a little bit sticky, but not, you know, crumbly or anything. I'm gonna show you. So once your bread is done kneading, it should look a little bit like this. It should stick to your fingers just a little bit, but it should also form into a ball or some kind of shape, but you will have a little bit of dough on your fingers, but that's okay. You don't need to add any more flour. And now we're gonna let this rise for probably a couple of hours, but we're gonna drizzle it with some olive oil all over, and it should end up filling up this entire bowl, or very close to the top at least. So let's put some olive oil on her. We're gonna add a delicious, generous amount, and we're also tackling another fear food over here. And then using your hands, you're just gonna sort of make sure that the entire ball is nice and coated. And so when your dough ball is all covered in oil, you're just going to take a little rag, put it on top, and then you're just gonna let it sit for a couple of hours in a warm place. You can put it in the microwave, you can just leave it on the stove like I am, but do not put it in the fridge. I am a little bit tipsy, had some rum and cokes, but Christmas dinner is almost ready. Let me show you what we have so far. We have some of the homemade gravy. Under here are some mashed potatoes with butter and milk, salt, and pepper. Andrew turned my bread into this beautiful little loaf in the oven. I'll show you better when it comes out. And then in the warming drawer, we have the stuffing that I made, and then also some carrots and asparagus. Wanna say hi? Wow, look at you and your new present. Hey, you already ripped off his head. Good boy. Do you want to say hi too? Look, it's Bunny. It's a bunny. Good boy. And then under here we have our delicious turkey with the stuffing inside, and I'm just keeping it warm right now with some tin foil. Our Christmas dinner table is all set out. We have some olive oil and balsamic vinegar for some bread, some cranberry sauce, mashed potatoes, stuffing, and some veggies. And then Andrew carved the turkey over here and it looks so good. Delicious. And dinner is served.
As I sat with Andrew and had my meal, not once did I think about the carbs or the fat or the protein on my plate. Not once did I think of a number. Not once did I compare what I was eating to what he was eating. And I know that young Kailin would be so incredibly proud of me. She used to dread Christmas dinners. She used to hate it with every fiber of her being. And now I look forward to it. And not just the food, but creating memories with the people that I love. And food is just so much more than fuel. It is love, it is care, and it's life.
Hello friends, it is the next day, but I just wanted to hop on here to say thank you so much for watching. And if you like videos like this, then please give me a thumbs up and leave me a kind comment down below. In the new year, I'm going to be posting a lot of videos like this, a lot of fear food videos, a lot of what I eat in a day videos, and also videos just about self-acceptance and intuitive eating. I hope everybody had an amazing holiday. I know that it might have been a little bit hard to get into the holiday spirit with everything going on this year. I know it was a little bit difficult for myself, but we make do with what we can. Anyway, have a great day, but make sure to do something kind for yourself. Bye, friends.